XRP family, if you're with me, you're going to need to know this before October. October is going to be one of the months that I think personally that we're going to look back on in the history of investing in crypto. And it's going to be that month that they're going to say it changed everything. And I'm talking some major moves, not necessarily, oh, it's going to be October, it's going to run. But they're going to look back at October as the catalyst for the major moves higher, in my opinion, based on what happens. Now, what's going to happen? I think a lot of us know. We continue to wait patiently. I'm twiddling my thumbs here. I'm ready to go. But I knew I had to get through September. I knew I had to get through Q3. And guess what? In 1 week, it is done. And then a flurry of things are going to change everything. Whoa, do we got a lot to talk about. Now, before we do get into the Discord, folks, I'll say it again. You're down to just a couple days left. The price is increasing. We've been adding so much over the last few months/years, and now we're going to change it up. It'll still be one of the cheapest Discords in the country, but I got to tell you, take advantage now and you're grandfathered in and you don't even have to pay the increase. In other words, use code MOON, get 50% off your first month. You are grandfathered in on these tiers. You are set to go, but you have to use the first link down below to avoid the price increase. Second link down below does get you over to the Academy with the framework. Get in there, take your learning to the next level with a national champion teacher/coach. That's me. Learn how to learn the technicals. All right, folks, let's talk shop. So what's the big deal? What's going on? Why is October so critical? Well, I've been telling you for about a year now that Q4 of 2025 is going to change everything. And I know a lot of you, you watch this, you're like, man, this guy, he's just drawing this out forever. I know, I can't rush time. I knew when the changes were going to happen. I know it's in October, November, December. I know all of this, but you can't, well, what do you discuss? Well, you keep telling people what's going to happen before it happens so people can get ready. Now, what's going to happen? Well, I think it was plain and simple. You got it right here. Regulators could be approving a handful of spot XRP ETF applications in the last few weeks of October. So it's not, most likely not week 1 of October, but in October. Those ETFs could create substantial buying pressure over time, not necessarily day one. Macroeconomic turmoil could potentially rain on the parade. It's funny that this article, it went over everything that I've been talking about. The government shutdown, that needs to subside. Once that's done, once that's over, the funding's done, you get the ETS approved, you have the funding of the Treasury completed. There's no headwinds with that liquidity drain from the overall investment money that's out there, because some of it's moving into the Treasury because they're out there selling theirs, replenishing their checking account. You have yourself a massive opportunity for crypto finally to start running like a unicorn through a field, farting those original Skittles out. All right? We have a chance for some really good action. But a lot of people I talk to, and I mean there's a lot of them, I text, I talk, I have people calling me, I see people on YouTube, of course, the Discord, and most of the people understand what they're in. They're in a long-term opportunity. And that could be any of the 4 horsemen that I have. What are the 4 horsemen? Well, you know it's Solana, XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum for me. And we possibly could throw a 5th in there. Not yet. But what I'm waiting for is the SEC to change everything, to get the Clarity Act done. All of this and more should happen before the end of December. If you look at the next under 100 days, you should see a massive move in terms of the pricing for crypto. You should. It doesn't mean it's going to be the north if the whales decide to all go out there and de-risk because of something happening in the government. You never know what event could do that. But overall, if things stay the way we expect them to go, a little bit of fighting in DC, they go ahead and continue. They finally get that out based on past times, and they continue to fund the government. You will go ahead and start to see some really nice upward movement as these XRP spot ETFs get approved and then funded. In other words, just because they approve them doesn't push the price higher. It's normally based on Bitcoin and Ethereum. When they had theirs approved, you see a sell-off. And then the money actually starts to flow into the spot ETFs and they start buying, and then that pushes it higher. And that's the one thing a lot of people don't understand. So I had a theory on that you have a lot of people who have crypto and they sell to move into these spot ETFs. They don't want to have to handle the crypto. And so that small period of time, a couple of days, just say up to a week, maybe two, they're selling their crypto to move into the spot ETFs. Well, in selling the crypto, it creates a small period of time where there's selling pressure and the price drops. After that, you go ahead and you have that buying then, and that's the reversal, and all of a sudden the price finally starts to run like a champ. That happened for Bitcoin. It happened for Ethereum, and I'm not going to be shocked at all to see it happen for XRP as well. And I will tell you, I did exactly that during Bitcoin and Ethereum. I sold the actual crypto and moved into the ETFs. So I would expect much the same this time as well. And so that's something to think about. So I'm not selling if there's a small dip, but I am excited about where we're going. Now take a look at this. So when you're looking at this chart, this is the monthly candles on XRP. And so when you look at these monthly candles, massive monthly candle on November. All right, so we're down at 50 cents. You have this run up, 3 great months. Actually, I would say this is a horrible month because you pushed all the way down. You had this nasty looking shooting star, and then the next month surprised everybody. This is normally a bearish candle. This surprised everyone. Now, from that point, it pushed all the way down, and then you did finally, if you held, over the next few months, got down to the 13. Pushed back up. This is normally a nice green candle. And it took 2 months, and then it finally pushed up. And we came back down a little bit, and this month right here. So, my opinion, the next 3 months after we are done, by the end of December, I easily believe that you will be moving back up there to the $4 to $5 zone. That's where I see us going in by the end of December. I will be plain shocked if we're not there. That tells me and I do these videos because I like to look back on them and see the XRP price predictions, see the different things that were going on at the time of me making my investment so I can review it and see what went wrong if it doesn't happen. Now, I can tell you it doesn't happen often. But if it does, I like to see. And if it works, I also like to see what went right. And right now, because this isn't going to be the last time we have something big with an ETF coming, and we want to be able to know how to play it. So I'm going to continue to watch. You can see we've been staying above the 5. We teased the 13 a few months ago. So far, so good. And for anybody who says this month's been rough, folks, it's a green month. This is September right here. This was August. You tell me which one's the good month and the bad month. For everybody telling me, oh, September's horrible for XRP, it's up. Look how we ended right here at 276. Look where we're at right now. Where are we at? 299 right now? I'll take that. I'll take that. The number we want to cross over by the end of this month, 302. If we break 302, this sets up for a 3 candle that I follow where you have a massive green, big push down, and then it ends up finishing higher than the candle 2 over. I played this many a times in my day trading for those who have followed along with me, and we have crushed it. So if we can finish higher than these two, and we get a nice finish here by the end of next week, or actually next 7 days, it is massive. It's a nice setup for October, and that could send us flying. I will stick to my XRP price prediction that we will get between $4 and $5. My base case is 450. I believe we're going to get there by the end of December. And if that is the case, I want you to realize that could be a 50% move up from current price. Now, if I'm wrong, we'll know, because if you look at this well-defined support level, roughly 210, you can say, you confirm under that, it's going down. And so the risk, you're looking at about a 33% drop, or, in my opinion, at least 50% gain. This is all going to be known most likely in the next, I would say, few months. So we will see. All right, I'll say it again. If you have not done it, get over to the Discord. First link down below, code MOON. Get in there before the price increase. Once you're in there, you're grandfathered in. That is right here. Get in the earner tier. That's where I do my live stream trading and everything else. Second link down below is for the webinar. There's no cost for this. You can just sign up, join, and have fun. It's an hour long. It's me teaching it. It's fantastic. And you can learn a little bit about my 4-step framework. And finally, but not least, take advantage of the Kraken promo. They now have 25 in XRP for my viewers. You got to use my link, though. All right, that's the update for today. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord.